Okay, let's see. There we go. That's better. So let's get started. Share screen. This.
So the thing is whites.
Yeah. Hello? Just testing. Okay, that's working.
This is the final game.
Yeah, well, final classical game. And then they have the tie breaks tomorrow. And that's it.
It seems very typical too, right? Is Ding also down on time as well? Is it down 20 minutes?
Okay.
Very typical Ding.
Stay here.
Ding fashion.
He's down only a little bit. He's not doing that badly on time today.
Yeah.
Okay, let's. Have you been following the game?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. Let's.
Any moves? Was it an English?
It's like a ready.
Ready?
Okay, all right. Let's start from the beginning. So knight to f3, d5, d3, c4, c5.
Bishop g2.
Bishop.
Knight c6. Very standard.
Okay.
d4.
d4.
e6.
e6. Castle.
Takes.
Castle. Capture. Okay.
Knight g7, c4. Interesting.
c4.
Well, this is all fit. Okay, so they took the knight d4 there.
Yeah.
This could be against theory.
Yeah, and then he has another.
This is a bit strange.
He has his other knight. I think the main difference is instead of going to f6, he went, e7.
I feel like this could be a Kukesh's prep.
Yeah.
How much time did Ding spend on this move? His last move. Does it show the time? It doesn't show. I wonder how long he spent. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, he spent actually not very. Wait, spent takes. Like after back on knight c6.
Okay. This move, he spent 12 minutes on this on c4.
That's strange because it's still like move 6. It's very early.
No, he always does that. And then a capture. Okay.
6 minutes. Queen d1, d4. So it's very similar to the game, almost 2 games ago. Well,
yeah.
Kukesh pushed pawn d4. Some similar idea. E3. C5 takes.
Capture.
It already feels very drawish. I feel like in some ways, from the opening choice and the black's response, I feel like both players are almost like happy for a draw in this game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the last game, so he doesn't want to get into a complicated situation because, Ding's strength is in classical. I think, like if he moves to like rapid, that'll probably help Kukesh, I believe.
Classes. Knight b5.
You see, like he could have taken right away this move. Why not do this right away? Doesn't that like kind of mess him up for the rest of the game?
I think it does give white bad pawns, but then white might get has the 2 bishops, which in the long term
0.6.
Yeah, like I think bishop a3 and stuff. It's like typically like in an open position, 2 bishops is good. It's knight b5.
Okay, that's kind of looks like he's overexerting himself a little bit.
So bishop c5, bishop b6.
Brings the bishop back. Solidifies his pawn structure. Kicks the knight. Knight goes back to c3. The bishop goes back. Well, looks like they're just like the same position. Okay, and the bishop comes to guard.
e5.
e5. Okay, that's
queen c2. Queen. Oh, maybe not queen c2. But like
queen allowing. D2.
This is like the replay of one of the Olympics from before.
Yeah. We're playing it on Tuesday, so I'm just finishing it today.
Yeah. I think probably queen d2 makes sense. Bishop f5, bishop e6. It's very, very equal. Maybe a slight advantage to white, but not much. Knight d5. d5.
Okay,
d5 looks a bit dangerous. Huh? That long diagonal
opens
that
up that
A8
long
H1
diagonal,
looks
yeah.
scary.
But
I suppose
Romania, Russia, China, well, the U.S. didn't place. Not a good showing for the U.S. in 2000.
Yeah.
Even China did better. Okay. Now you see this. He's got 0.3 right here. But then it's like
Cool. Is this the live edition? Oh my God.
no.
It's not live yet, right? So
they're ahead of us.
so he took.
He took.
Interesting.
No, you see, like he went from 0.3 to 0.0. Apparently, taking is not the best.
I wonder why. I guess it's too simplifying. So, like, what else would might do now?
I mean, I don't know what he should have done, but it's just saying his
Because I feel
valuation
like things could be. I'm not sure, but maybe he's happy to make it simple and go into rapid.
Okay.
Knight 4 is a way looking move. It's
This
very
is
tactical.
He's just trying to get it out of the way so that his bishop gets activated, right?
Yeah. Is this the live board now?
No. So he captured.
Takes b2, I guess. Queen takes b2. Rook b8.
Okay, so Gukesh has moved to b8 to guard that hanging pawn.
As white, we wouldn't take f4 because if you take f4, although you're getting a pawn, the king will be very exposed and also very likely you lose that pawn back to after queen d6. You lose it anyway because they fork your bishop and pawn. So you definitely wouldn't want to take that. I suppose like rook d1 makes sense. Either probably this one makes sense. So you can play a4, bishop g2, or e4 maybe.
All right, the bishop needs to go home.
Is this the life board now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's dead even. This looks very drawish, right? He's got a 2-to-1 pawn advantage, but it doesn't seem like that means much. Did you watch the game yesterday?
I did, yeah.
It was really interesting, I thought.
Super close.
And it was like
Gukesh almost converted, right? He missed a few moves, and then Ding was on the ropes pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, it was like another one of those like defensive hack, like he just, how did he pull that off, But then he had like a 2-to-1 pawn advantage, but then like that extra pawn, like there was no way he could guard it because he had like a passive rook at the end. It's like his king safety was not good at all. And like white Gukesh had good king safety, so
yeah, I think Ding almost lost. I think he found like the right moves at the right time. Otherwise, it would have been game over.
Yeah, I don't think Ding had a chance of winning, but Gukesh did. If something had gone wrong, there were a lot of tactics that he could have done. It was complicated,
very complex. Yeah. And I think it's because like Ding out of the opening again, very early on, he was out of preparation.
Mm-hmm.
So like not only was he down on time, but because he was out prepped, he had to find some different kind of move that perhaps Gukesh didn't know so well. Like he played knight b6 in the opening, which was not the best move, but it was a way to get Gukesh out of prep. So it cost Ding a bad position. It's quite interesting. Anyway, queen b6, I suspect. We'll probably see either bishop e4 or bishop g2. I suspect. If it's a bishop g2, then it tells me that Ding's happy for a draw, I think. Or even bishop f3. It's quite passive.
Wait, what?
I think now that if Ding goes bishop to g2, I think it's basically like Ding just like
passive,
admitting that he's going for a draw. If he goes bishop to e4, it's more active. And he might be going to at least convert something.
Switch to this for a little bit while they're waiting.
Yeah. It's very level. But of course, like if you're playing her, like, would you rather want to be white or black? Probably for me, I prefer to be white. It just seems like, although it is even, according to the computer, I feel like white might have more chances in the long term because of the 2+1 on the queen side. But it's still like, of course.
I highly doubt he can do anything with that, though.
Against Gukesh, it's probably near to impossible.
It's just, I think white's position is too passive in order to turn that advantage into anything else. I feel like black is a little bit.
I don't know. Here, like if white isn't careful, there might be some lines where black can try to play push pawn f3 and create some issues for whites. I'm not sure if it works, but because that pawn on f4 can be quite dangerous in some lines. Like for example, like if you go bishop to let's say you go bishop g2, right? Very passive. And I'm not sure can black now go bishop to g4 and cause some issues for whites.
Right.
I'm not sure. Like of course the computer's recommendation is pretty good, rook d4, but if black isn't careful, let's say go rook to e1, right?
What? Says
Yeah,
go
like,
here?
That's a good move because it attacks the f4 pawn and the g4 bishop. But for example, like if white goes rook d2 instead, then black can go pawn f3 and black has the advantage perhaps.
What about this? Oh,
Maybe not here because yeah,
oh
using
no,
bishop
no.
and checkmate.
Right.
And like other variations. It's one
Oh,
thing
there's
to-
also a checkmate threat. Yeah.
yeah, but in other lines, black might be able to squeeze out pawn f3 and some, and then take the initiative. So white needs to still be careful.
What about right here?
It's white's move. Maybe bishop to f3. Yeah, so that could be a very safe move. And then king g2 or something. Yeah, and then black goes rook d8 or even takes one time rook d8. I think leaving the pawn on f4 as well is quite annoying for whites because white can never really take it without weakening the king.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if he takes, like, let's say he takes, then you just go like this, and this is fairly safe. And also, once you move this up,
even like open h file could be a
this could be
weaponized for white, right?
Yeah.
You can rook h1, rook d4, rook h4, rook h1.
It seems like black has better. I don't know. It seems fairly even. I mean, it's just imbalanced over here.
I suppose black might want to play pawn to b4 as well, because the pawn on b4 would clamp down on a3 and stop white from pushing very easily. Just like it depends as well if black's playing for a win or just happy for a draw. Yeah, so like bishops, yeah. So is there a move yet? Still,
wait a minute. Hold on.
Still thinking, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. It's a hard position to play.
Federico sitting next to him.
Oh, cool. Yeah, perhaps bishop to f3 is very safe. Yeah, maybe not bishop e4 because it might be a target.
Against challenger, 21-year-old Gary. Chess.
The origins of chess. Interesting.
The documentary of the chess championships. Okay, this is my main feature tonight.
Nice.
A symbol of chess is a timeless example of superiority. Those who play well are revered because chess excellence cannot be replaced. It only chess represents individual power, a venue for the creativity and chess actively fight and captivates all because chess is much more than just a game. It is a reflection of mindfulness. Chess is a reflection of us.
Bishop to e4, bishop f3.
Dating back to 6th century England, Chaturanga is the earliest known form of chess and bore similarities to today's game. Variations of the game spread to the Sassanid Empire or modern-day Iran, where they were taught to nobility. After hundreds of years, these early versions slowly converged with the modern game enjoyed today. Chess traveled to China, where it evolved into a game called Shan-Chi. The game also traveled west, as Islam swept through India, North Africa, and the Iberian Peninsula. By the Middle Ages, chess was being played throughout Europe. The game reached Mongolia through Silk Road routes, and Genghis Khan spread chess throughout the empire in between kingdoms. As the European Renaissance ushered in an era of rebirth, chess became popular with artists, scientists, and religious leaders dominating the Renaissance culture. In fact, it was a Catholic priest, Louis Lautrec de Segura, who in 1561 published work of Louis and most influential books on him.
Bishop F3.
The priest's opening theories, including his namesake, the Runa Lopez, which is still
It's a very safe move.
500 years later. The 18th century,
Then I expect like a rook F to D8.
most notable the American in France and even in global history. Napoleon
After taking
Bonaparte
first.
was known to play chess with his generals. Benjamin Franklin, a founding father of the United States, was an avid chess
Yeah.
player.
Now maybe rook F D8. It's very even.
The Moors of chess in 1786 were heroes. Life is a kind of chess in which we have often points to gain and competitors or adversaries to compete. As the beginnings of globalization shrank the world, chess evolved into a standard act. For over a century, one could not play dominance in the chess world.
Yeah, so we saw your move Bishop F3 is very safe.
Yeah, sure.
Because
Is that what
stops pawns
happened?
F3 and then takes and my idea of B4 as well because it stops white from expanding.
Okay.
side.
Yeah, see,
Also very-
that's why I don't even like those two pawns that much.
Yeah, like, now they're very passive. They're stuck on white squares as well against the bishop. In fact, if anything, like maybe although of course like according to the computer it's totally even, would I still want to be white here? I'm not sure. So I feel like
I think
yeah.
black has better king safety. I mean, I don't like that black's position better, but I just
It's like like white's going to be stuck maybe defending the A2 pawn as well if they're not careful. I can't see how white can improve. That's the thing.
I think I think it's easier to play black in this position.
Yeah, it's like I think so as well maybe because like what is white's next move? You don't really want to move the bishop again. It's pretty happy on F3. You got the file already.
I would move the king up.
King G2. Yeah, it seems like a safe idea. But then even then after King G2, what white would do next? I'm not sure. It seems like black's moves are very easy though. Just rook D8.
Black. I don't know.
H6.
H6. Yeah, get your king. Give your
D8.
king a flight square and a potential home for your bishop eventually.
I think this is the live board. I think we can expect. Oh, there've been a few moves. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's not
No,
the
they're
right
moving around.
I think we can expect your move actually. I think King G2 makes sense.
A style of play that characterizes modern organized chess got it started in 1886 at the very first official World Chess Championship. The match pit Austrian-born American Wilhelm Stein against his rival, the Polish-born Brit Johannes Suker, forever emblazoned these two players in the history of the sport. Wilhelm Stein first
It's got a like. I wish I could come yesterday because I think like compared to yesterday, the game today is pretty dry. You know, like yesterday the game was much more interesting and intriguing. You know?
Yeah.
It's much more alive. You know?
I
This
didn't
game
come
is-
here yesterday because I didn't want to come game 14 and 13. That would be a little bit too much for me.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But now like it seems like it's going to be playoffs, right? Possibly very, very likely. Now I think the most likely result is playoffs. Once they make 40 moves for the draw. Yeah. Is the playoffs going to be tomorrow, or is there a break day first?
No,
Let's
let's
try
just
and
go straight into it.
The first guy, the guy who sat down and wrote the constitution, that kind of person. It's not a person you have to start with your computer. For chess, he was the man
If Federico comes, he gets here generally a little bit later.
as the literal rules of how we start on chess.
The championship match was also a battle of furies.
That's good, yeah. We play some bits today too, I guess. So I feel like this might be quite a fast draw. Let's see. Because the moves are just so easy to make, you know, like there's really anything to think about. You know, it seems
Yeah,
like-
I mean, it's gonna, the game doesn't have much potential, but it just seems like they are going to take a long time because it's like there's still a lot of pieces on board, so you have to be. White really needs to be careful.
Yeah.
In fact, I would consider doing this.
Ooh. I think that they take you maybe, but then you might lose the pawn on b3 as well. Like
Yeah.
maybe it's still pretty even because even then like 3 versus 2 on one side is probably still a draw, but they could take and then you might lose the pawn on b3 at some point.
He has too many pieces pointing at b3.
Yeah.
So this is losing a pawn. Well,
Almost,
yeah,
yeah,
most of my ideas are not good.
Yeah.
So basically, that a pawn is useless. It cannot move.
Yeah, especially like clamp down. The only way that we'll become more effective is like if all the pieces come off the board, if we take off all the queens and rooks, then maybe I'll prefer to be white and get a pass pawn. but even then, like into the end game, if there are only bishops, right, then black's still better because of the at any time black will threaten to come around and take the pawns.
Well, I mean, there's the thing about king safety is like what I learned from yesterday is like if you have better king safety, your pieces can be more active. When your king only has like 2 pawns protecting it,
Yeah.
like sometimes what can happen is like like what we saw, like the rook was stuck right there. So even if you have an extra pawn right there, it doesn't mean anything. Your pawn's gonna drop. So and then
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
why Dane got to the final position down a pawn, but he still held on.
Yeah. That's true. I think here, like king safety shouldn't be a big factor because it's almost the end game anyway.
Well, he still has to simplify. Right now,
Yeah, I think Ding will probably play your move, king g2. I think would be a very sound idea. king to g2, just like very, very safe, very sound, small improvement.
well, he has to do that at
Or
some
rook
point.
d3 or rook d4. Yeah. Probably, or even rook to d2.
If I were him, I wouldn't start getting ambitious until I got my king out.
Oh,
But, whoa,
So actually, like your idea came into place. Like I expect now en passant like to be blitzed out by Kukesh. Like en passant b takes a3.
okay, but if there's an en passant, then doesn't he lose his b3 pawn?
Not quite because if we play it out, it takes. If you take this, then rook d1, rook to b1 pins the bishop to the queen,
Oh,
and then you lose the bishop in the game. I think.
right. All right, Dane must have had a plan,
So
which I'm not aware of.
This is probably going to happen. Like I'm not sure what's the live board now. So people, a4. Sorry, this is the live board, right?
A4, yeah.
I can almost expect en passant must be played here. Otherwise, you're giving white too many chances of plus a4. So
Yeah, this move I didn't see. The rook right here. So he can't actually defend that
Yeah.
pawn.
But even then, though, like that plus pawn is a very weak plus pawn. It's hard to progress. I can't see how white can make it.
Well, he does have the bishop pointing down there, but black also has a light squared bishop too. So
It is, and it can be beautiful at times, but it also can be beautiful in the fact that every lie is exposed on the chessboard. There is a best move, and having a style that finds it and appreciates the principle of controlling the center, of development, of a very scientific and methodical theoretical approach to the game was sort of cemented by Steinmetz and Lasker of their approach to chess.
Yeah, unless maybe Kukesh is thinking about a way to play for a win, but it's not really possible.
this is going to take a long time.
Maybe
God.
a5. No, so yeah, en passant, rook takes.
Maybe he doesn't do the en passant.
Steinmetz agreed to reduce the stakes to $2,000 each, which was less
I'll be surprised, I think,
than
because white a plus pawn that's defended for now. It's quite a big chance.
While many praise
Alright, we'll see,
Steinmetz
we'll
for
see.
agreeing to the reduction, some have theorized
So like, if white black doesn't take it, then maybe you want to
both
take the
players
file.
also mutually agreed
Then the way like also the square A is always defended by the bishop too.
This is a huge decision for black.
Mark in an early and
Would you rather have a pass pawn on the A file or the B file? That's the question.
For me, it's white the A file. I think also because the square on A8 is defended by my bishop.
Yeah,
So
but
I
it's
was to-
Kukesh's decision. Like
Oh yeah, as black definitely at opposite.
Philadelphia.
you would opposite. You prefer to deal with a B file pawn.
Yeah, it seems easier to defend. Also, you have 3 pieces hitting it already, especially en passant. So it seems like easy to. Although you can't take it straight away, you can play queen to maybe b4
Mm-hmm.
Resist the challenge.
and build up the pressure.
And
Let's see.
Steinmetz declared he would win with
although like black still needs to be slightly careful, but it's like really hard for white to do anything. Like like I'm pretty sure it takes. But then like I'm not sure like how white would progress or how black. Yeah, so he's en passant.
No, see, they're doing some very deep variations,
calculations, yeah. It seems
which I doubt is going to
En
happen.
passant, and then it's black's thinking.
Okay, based on Gukesh's body language, he's thinking really hard.
Yeah, so we saw the en passant,
Mhm.
and black hasn't moved yet. I think after the en passant.
The live board is right here, so. Oh, there was. Oh, no. There's been a move. There's been 2 moves. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah,
So
takes,
en passant.
Oh, did I play G6? I guess so.
Wait, hold on.
That's very fast.
Okay. So then he opens up the dark diagonal. Okay, now this move. Okay, and then the queen has been centralized. Dean's giving up that pawn.
Yeah, that's interesting. He probably just like senses that even though he loses the pawn, it's still a dead draw because the pawn's drawn on the same side. Yeah, like you can expect Gukesh still to push because he has nothing to lose, but takes b3, takes bishop takes. But there's no way for yeah, like 3 on 2 on one side's a draw, pretty much. But they're still fairly moves.
I think we're going to be packing up pretty soon.
I think so. This is a fast game, but
I don't think we needed to
They
meet tonight.
still need to play 40 moves before they take a draw, unless they end up like repeating.
No,
moves.
I don't think that they're going to hit move 40. They're gonna draw before move 40 tonight.
Yeah. There is the rule though where they can only have a draw if they make 40 moves, unless they end up repeating like 3 times. Did he really play Queen D4? I guess so. I guess I'm not even going to bother trying to defend B3. He did.
Yeah, the live board's here.
Wow. So now there's no way that white can win, right? But there's still a chance that black might be able to get lucky and convert the 3/2 on the king side, but it's going to be hard to achieve.
No, that never goes anywhere. The commentators are trying so hard to make this game interesting, right? Bring the elephant on D8.
Okay. The queen to B5. So Gukesh is playing on for a win, right? He's not
Really?
trading pieces yet.
Okay. Moves the queen down, says no trade.
So he says, but why does the engine suddenly give a big advantage to black?
Yeah. Hold on. It's negative 0.1. Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So it's a bit laggy, yeah. It's still very equal. He wants to keep the queens on it and try to take the pawn on B3 without giving up the queens. Because with the queens on, he's still have probably better winning chances.
Well, taking, if he takes the pawn with the bishop, the problem is like the rooks get activated. So even though that pawn looks like it's about to fall, he can't take it quite yet.
We might see pawn to B4 here.
Pawn to B4? Oh, okay.
Because seeing as white wants to give up anyway,
Mm-hmm.
it's better to put him to B4 anyway to give it up. Because on B4, it's not on the color of the bishop, at least. Makes it just so I'm sure. But white might need to watch out for other moves.
Also, the The rook on A3 it seems
yeah.
kind of awkward.
We
Okay.
saw B4, yeah. Because White's still going to give up the pawn, but he wants to get the queens off in doing so.
Yeah.
So at least on B4, it can't be attacked by the bishop. So now, if Black wants to take it, then he has to deal with the queen, which will play into Ding's favor. He's obviously playing for a draw here.
White playing for a draw.
Ding must be more confident going into the playoffs.
Well, I
than
mean,
Gukesh.
this is not a winnable game for White, so that seems like a reasonable strategy.
Takes, and then maybe Rook A set back here. Probably soon Black has to take that pawn.
Maybe they'll surprise us, and this game will become interesting.
We might see Black try bishop to C4, trying to take it with the queen. Okay, there you go. Queen takes B4.
Took. Okay, all right. It's
Let's
gonna
up,
be a draw.
queen B4.
Okay. All right.
But they can't agree a draw into move 40, so they're gonna keep. Okay, hopefully that wasn't played. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, did they like lead
Like,
chess like make a mistake or something?
If he drops a piece back to them, it's too late.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, and I expect Rook A7.
If I was Ding, I would
Like
just be
D2.
like, okay, you can take that move back if you don't want. If you want, yeah.
With bishop D5. No. Oh, okay. Yeah. He's getting a rook off. That makes sense. It's very similar to the ending yesterday too, right? Where it was a 3 vs 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a very drawn. Of course, Black will probably take it. Takes. Guess what makes them do it? What's the best place for it?
Where's Pandolfini?
Yeah, we came for the wrong day. Unfortunately, we didn't come yesterday. It would have been like very exciting. Okay, fixed.
Oh yeah, the analysis we could have done yesterday, like especially like White had a really dangerous knight. There was a key move where he moved his knight instead of capturing with a rook. Where later analysis showed that if White captures with a rook, then he can maybe get an advantage. But by going, you know, how there was that like massive fork, like 4 pieces, or something, like 2 rooks, a queen, and a bishop. He went for that immediately. Which is what I would have done, but like Ding had like a way to counter that by moving his rook, like back to like F5 or something like that. It was a very subtle defense.
Yeah, like rook F8, very smart.
But that game was interesting because like the white knight was so much stronger than the black bishop. That black bishop was totally useless. Like the fact that he let him exchange that was like I just felt like he really did him a favor.
Which bishop was this?
The light color the light colored bishop was there the whole game, and then it moved here, and then it moved here to try to capture the knight, and he let him capture it. And I thought that like if I was Gukesh, I would not have allowed an exchange. Just the knight was just like a really strong piece. Okay, all right, so he's doubled up. Oh wait, how come Lee Chess is like getting confused? Okay,
I'll show you. I think takes rook B2, I guess. Yeah, it's like the kind of position whereas black, obviously, you must play on for a win because you're up pawn up, but you just hope that white makes a mistake. Pray that white makes a mistake. But after, if you're black here now, like, what move would you make first? Probably rook B2, right? First take control of the 7th rank.
Doesn't really matter.
To make it as hard as possible for whites.
Yeah, rook to b2 seems okay. It doesn't really matter. When you have a position like this, it's hard to make a wrong move. It's like really elementary. Oh, let's see what Federico's up to. Oh, he's not coming.
Maybe he saw the live board and realized that's going to end soon. He's going to ask if
No, he says he's working, can't make it. This the game sucks, which is true.
I saw somewhere on Reddit where like people were like predicting the odds of the game, and they forecast that if it went to tie breaks, I think there's like a maybe 70% chance, like 75% chance of winning, like based on the rapid performance
Against
ratings.
each other?
Yeah,
Or
I think
overall?
it'll be the large favorite to win.
Oh,
I said like Gukesh is very good at calculating. He can calculate very deep, but he's not as intuitive as Ding. So when there's like less time, Ding always finds the best moves intuitively, whereas Gukesh needs more time to calculate, and that's of course not necessarily
let's see.
possible in fast chess.
Well, unfortunately, classical champion needs to be determined by rapid and blitz
Yeah.
games,
Seems
because otherwise there would just be no result. And if you give the reigning champion an advantage by letting him win, if it's a tie, then like he's kind of like a game up just to start with, and that's not really good either.
that is true. How could they change that? Like perhaps the last game, it was the draw after like 14 games. Game 15 could also be Armageddon, like that thing where where they flip a coin and somebody gets white, and then if you're black, you have like half the time. But like long chess, not blitz. Could be like a 2 hours versus an hour.
You're saying like make an Armageddon game with a classical time structure?
Yeah, but rather than having like 2 hours each, the player that has black gets an hour, only 1 hour.
Okay.
And then like they flip the color bit, but if you're black, you have an hour less, and you're black too, so you have a disadvantage. But then of course, if black draws or they win, so white must win. But white has an hour on the clock, and gets the player's white. It's usually after the rapid and blitz. If it's still even, they play Armageddon anyway. But in blitz,
Well, it just seems like once you've reduced the time, it seems sort of anticlimactic to increase the time, right? You'd have to like come back the next day and play.
Yeah. Only like I guess if it were game 15, it could be on the next day anyway, just one game.
One Armageddon game.
Just one, like
2 hours versus 1
no
hour.
rapid, no blitz, just like one Armageddon game, but it's for like long, like classical chess, because this is like a classical world championship.
Seems kind of an interesting concept because like that there's going to be a win or a loss.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think like given the way these guys play, like black would have an advantage, like because you win if it's a draw. So if I'm Ding, I would be like, oh no, I'll take black at 1 hour, no problem.
Yeah.
And then white would have to like come up with something very complex, offbeat.
Yeah, to try and force the time control.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's proper to do that though. It sounds interesting, but it's just not like doesn't seem very appropriate.
Yeah. Otherwise, it can be like tennis, where they keep going like 2 games each at a time. 2 games until.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gukesh is taking his time on this move. Oh, he moved. What did he do? Oh, moved his pawn.
Yeah, G5, I guess, takes a dark square.
He just wants all his pawns on dark squares now.
Yeah, maybe first, yeah. As a strategy, like G5, maybe. Yeah, I was like, would he want to go pawn to G4 and clamp white down? Can't tell.
He moved his bishop. Oh, he did exactly what you said he would.
That was a bit fast. But I guess, yeah, of course, black will keep the bishop on. Bishop 5, yeah. He won't trade.
Gukesh doesn't want to trade.
time or neglect any skills that they develop.
He doesn't want to give him the draw.
Better outline is maybe the first two looking at that
In those days, there was no strict qualification process to challenge the friendly. Financial's choice for an opponent was
Okay, so what's White's next move?
suffering under a
Good question. So, if only the bishop was on d5 now, then White can go rook to d5 and skewer the bishop to the pawn.
Yeah,
But yes, I suspect we move the bishop again.
there's no good square for it. Like what, A2? There's no way that he'll be able to stay there.
I think White can pretty much make any move, to be honest. Like, there aren't really any risks. Like,
How about you go F3 and then you go here to attack this?
then I think you might
pawn.
end up losing because Black will go pawn g4 and trap your bishop. And then you might lose the bishop.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe, I don't know. It's complex.
No, I just think that like this bishop can't be dislodged. Like this pawn right here is sort of like a weak point for Black. Because if he goes A2, his bishop's going to be driven away very easily.
We'll just, I don't know. Like, if I does nothing, like, if I just go king g2, king g1, king g2, how does Black progress?
I'm not thinking about Black. I'm thinking about White.
Because like if you assume White makes like no moves, just go,
Mm-hmm.
and then Black makes a move. Like according to the engine, king. So small improvements. We go back because I don't think Black can do anything. Okay, but not suddenly we're losing actually according to the engine. But to get, it's probably still a draw. H5, go back on. H4. I'll make another move. Maybe take it one time. Or perhaps we shouldn't allow this pass pawn. It takes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you
I
take
think Dane still has to be a little bit careful.
So, yeah.
Gukesh is still playing for a
Yeah.
win. Yeah. Okay, next week we are back to a normal schedule, just meetings on Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
Do you think you can make it next Tuesday?
On Tuesdays, in general, yeah. Make Tuesdays.
What are you doing in Taiwan?
In Taiwan right now, I'm so I used to work more in education, but now I do like e-commerce.
Oh, that's nice.
E-commerce. And yourself?
Oh, just working on material for my YouTube channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
So like full-time YouTube. So
Well, I mean, I don't actually do that much for my YouTube channel, but I'm just preparing material for it. Just in a research. I'm in research mode right now.
what kind of content do you make?
It's about the electoral history in Taiwan.
In Chinese or in English?
In English and Chinese. That's a good question. I don't really know. Like it's in English. It's also in Chinese. But there's certain things I can't explain in Chinese. So
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Most of your viewers in Taiwan or are they in the US?
in Taiwan and the U.S.
US.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How does this work? What is this? Is that an arrow
I
or?
think that must be the Lichess live stream as well.
Is there a move?
We have two moves: Rook C7, Bishop G6.
How often it's impacted into over the game throughout without performance
Okay.
is greater than nobody before or after.
Look at that. Oh, okay. So after the rook moves, king moves.
Yeah, Bishop G6 probably only move, or a check. I guess you can throw a check first. You could go Rook check, but of course, White's going to take this pawn. So you have to defend that. I think Black played. Now, so this is the live board.
Okay. So he wants to trade
Black
again.
won't take it. There's no way in a million years Black would do the Rook takes C4. There's no way.
I think that eventually this pawn needs to go down, and then this king needs to hide behind the bishop instead.
In fact, like, Rook C4 is very smart because it stops Black ever going H5, H4. Like, there's no way for Black to go H4. Like, with the Rook on C4, there's no way to go H5, H4 because you have two attackers now on the H4 square. That's a very smart move. Rook C4. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. It's probably. Like, then I say if you look at the eval bar, now it's negative 0.3. It's getting a bit worse, but it's in fact the best move for according to the engine is taking the rook. But then it's a dead draw, right? Because at any time, White can sacrifice the bishop for one of the pawns. Like if he gets one pawn right, you can.
Right.
So there's no way Black will take the rook. No way. No way. I think we might see a check. Rook to b5. Or rook c. I'm not sure. Any rook move, but not rook c. Not rook takes c4.
World Championship. Imagine the strategy.
Well, at least we did a live stream on Monday.
On Monday, yes.
That was like the really
That was game-
interesting game.
That was game 12, was it?
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. 走过来这里可以吗？谢谢。
Rook c4.
So on Monday, what game was that? Like game 12 or something?
Was Monday the game when Ding lost?
No,
Oh,
Ding won.
When Ding won, yeah. When Ding won.
Ding lost game 11, and then he won game 12. Yeah, it was game 12. And then took a day off. And
He won as well. Oh yeah, like he just like crushed.
just
good
came
catch,
back and crushed them the next day.
How many moves? 30,
36.
36, yeah. Because like yeah, they must get to 40 moves for a draw. But I feel like Kukesh won't take a draw here. Like he'll keep playing on for a long time and try to get like a lucky year. Because for Black, there's no risk, right? Unless you blunder a rook or a bishop, you can't really lose. Even if you blunder one pawn, it's still a draw.
It'd be a huge disappointment if anyone loses this game.
Yeah, it'd be very, very bad. Yeah.
They want to see more chess.
fully appreciate the 1960 world chess.
Yeah, he'll fight. He'll fight on. I think Rook C4 was very smart because like Black can't really progress with a pawn march.
He celebrated with a vacation in Riga, Latvia. An 11-year-old boy. He was only playing against the champ. On Felix White, told the boy, champ was a second. The boy was Mikhail Khan. In all the years that the champion or the title match. How was the opportunity to play with them, like being players such as Paul Tigran, and 16-year-old Robbie Fischer?
What is it now? King E1. This is like the. I guess they're like forecasting how Black could try to play for a win, but even then, like he's like White can make no moves, and just sit still, right? And just like Black can't do anything. If you don't make any moves, Black can't win. You can sit, I think you can just sit still. There's no way for Black to. Okay, yeah, they can try and trade bishops.
Oh, is Dean eating again? Uh-oh. If he's
Dean
eating
chilling.
nuts, if he's eating nuts, that means it's very comfortable.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's like nothing. Yeah, like if the Rooks comes off, like in this case here, White can make no moves and just sit still and let Black do whatever they want, and they still can't do anything. He's like keep shuffling around.
Exacerbated by his great was repeatedly advised by his doctor that he should be but when it proved, only a doctor certified him. How the correct market steady house out.
There's nothing here. Hey? Okay, there's some ideas, guys.
This man is Iron Will and
Still need to be careful.
always
A year later, Powell was and the severity of his treatment. But this next challenge was so hit or miss.
I think the two strongest players that we've seen in a world championship is Fabiano.
Oh yeah, and Carlsen.
Magnus.
Yeah,
That one was probably the strongest one.
they drew like all 14 games.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm gonna move Rook check. King G2, I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, King G2. Perspective.
Black needs to start moving some pawns. Okay, we will move. Look to E1.
I wonder where.
One of the critical Soviet chess. Luckily,
were universally acknowledged by the Soviets and NATO. The man who did it without any
Once with another giant Soviet chapter, it started to track began to Leningrad.
I mean, trying to find that post that I saw yesterday about like the odds of winning based on how many games. This one. It's like this is like from like game 0 to like round 0 to round 12, 13, I guess. It's pretty 13. Like how red is Kukesh. So of course, at the beginning of the match, like Kukesh was the favorite, and then after Ding won the first game, it's pretty even.
Mhm.
And then when Ding won again, it was a big favorite again. But then like each game, it like decayed towards being even. Like, going into game 11, they're even odds to win the match. Kukesh won, so then he had the advantage. But then after Ding won again, actually he became the favorite to win.
Oh, because of rapid.
Yeah, because I guess if it goes to playoffs, then Ding has a huge advantage. Reportedly, this I'm not sure, but like according to this, yeah, like the more they draw now, already like supposedly Ding is a 75% favorite to win if it goes to the playoffs.
That's a huge.
So he must be much better at fast chess than Kukesh. But this I don't know. Typically, the player who's younger is better at fast chess.
Fischer had crushed them on the way through the chapter. He outplayed Grandmaster on French and then by a perfect score, 6-0. A feat no one else had ever accomplished.
It's the first time we've seen these two particular nations play each other in the World Championship. This
China and India.
China, it's a preview of the future.
future chess.
These two countries are going to be going at it a
Yeah.
lot, and we could see India versus India in the future too.
Oh yes, yeah.
Because I think like
But,
India is going to overtake China.
Yeah.
And like chess players in India will become rock stars.
Now like top like 10 in the world. Or top 20 or so. Chess, FIDE ratings. Let's see the live rating list. Of course, with number 1 is Carson. This needs to be described. So like Carson, it's in Norway, then USA, then India, and then Uzbek, France, Russia, China, India, some more US. Yeah, there are like lots of like young Indian players. Yeah.
We haven't seen France compete in the championship in our lifetime, I think.
Yeah.
It may not, maybe it never happened. Maybe
You could be right. Yeah.
I think someone had French nationality at some point, one of the world champions, but I don't remember France ever being in the world championship.
There were moments when it looked like the match wasn't happen at all. Fischer failed to make it to the opening start. After a 2-day delay, a British investor Eric is national security advisor for the then President Richard Nixon.
Interesting.
It would be nice if Nakamura could make it for once.
That'd be very exciting.
It'd be
He
like
came close last time. Didn't he? He was.
all
he
his
was
trash,
updating.
all his trash talking would finally,
Oh yes. Yeah.
pay off.
Fischer didn't show up for the party. That's easy. And wait, 9 minutes after Fischer won the first game, after his opponent Fischer stepped in as a rookie decision.
Ding has 12 minutes, I guess, for like 3 moves. It should be okay because it's quite a sound position.
Fischer responded before they began. And it's fast. Another win. Fast reserves. Same match.
As a white here, what would you play? in this like live board.
I
think the rook needs to stay on the fourth rank because like we want to stop like an h5, h4.
How about rook to g4?
I guess black will probably go f5.
f5?
Actually, no.
We're moving to g4 to attack that pawn.
Yeah, because like I was trying to trap your rook, but then you have f4, f1, f4. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. I'll play f5. Yeah, if you go rook g4, I'll go pawn to f5. And then if you take my pawn h6 traps your rook.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, so I think rook g4 only really helps black get some more moves. But maybe pawn to g4 might stop black expanding his pawns.
Maybe. Depends on how he wants to play it.
And still just keep the rook on. But then pawn g4, maybe black will try and exchange rooks. Is it much loss?
Dean's taking
Still
his.
a draw.
You see, it's Dean's move, but Gukesh is the one that's really thinking. You see? Look at their body language. Dean's wasting his time.
Ding chilling. If the bishop's gone off, it's a draw. If rook's gone off, it's a draw.
Why is Dean wasting his time? Maybe he really doesn't know what to do. Because it doesn't seem like he's even thinking about the position. Oh, he moved, finally.
Rook b4, was a waiting move there. Stalling.
All right.
Seeing how black wants to proceed. I can't see what black does, to be honest. H5, nope.
Yeah, we're never going to get a Karpov versus Kasparov type of championship ever again.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, good. A pawn has moved. Okay, h5.
Rook a4, a waiting move. I think we just don't want black to go h pawn h4. Well, this like chess venue. Do you just like pay rent for it, or is it just it's free? So you just come and they.
Oh, we just come. Yeah. Just ask everyone to order a drink, but sometimes that can be difficult because some people just don't want to order a drink. I've had like some people have messaged me like you have to order a drink and then they don't come because I don't order a drink. I'm like, gosh, dude.
Basically, yeah.
This is a bar. Like
it's like the bare minimum is at least to get a drink. Otherwise, most chess clubs have like a chess fee, so you know, like club fees to drink.
Yeah, which if I charge that, then even less people would show up. Huh? Oh no. I don't think like White's bishop on d5 is doing anything. Like if I were Dean, I would want to move that, but I don't know where to move it.
Yeah,
move his rook again.
Just waiting. I think obviously White can't play for a win, so just stop him back from advancing. Just keep shuffling back and forth. I think as long as Black can't go h4, we should be okay. As White. If we want to see the playoffs, then obviously we want White to draw. I think the stream is it a bit delayed, or is it live? Oh yeah, it is live. Yeah, because I can hear the piece moving on the other board first before the live board. It's strange, right? So there's a very short delay.
Yeah. Okay, he's attacking the bishop finally. Okay, bishop has moved to safety to f3.
This time, he could run away with it. This time, Portugal had no time to run. He was still trying to get his wife and son out of the social view, which seemed to distract him from planning. In the rematch, it took Karpov just 18 games for time, earning the match to make it the best.
See, back in the old days, they would just keep adding classical games, but then it would go on forever until they stopped the match to protect Karpov. Karpov was like the ultimate company man. Okay, king to h6.
Yeah, I think still we just go rook b4, or rook c4, or rook d4. Any of those squares. Just wait. Just don't let black go h4. That's our goal, because then they get passed on.
Well, if I'm black, I'm thinking about moving this pawn down, right? The c pawn?
Yeah,
or
I
the
think that's
f
fine for
pawn,
us too. I think that doesn't really. If again, like if I just do this, rook b4, a4, how does black make progress? You can get f5.
I'm sure he's got a plan. I don't know if it's gonna work, but is there anyone sitting at the table anymore? Okay. What is going on here? Is he like?
Oh, they've made time control, so they probably like rush to the buffer room, have some water, get some food.
Oh, this is no good.
Whose move is it? Is it White's move?
It's White's move, but it's 37 minutes.
Should be enough. Right. I'll get a second there because I think it'll be a lot.
All right. Oh, he's back. Thank you. Please make a move.
This time, the tournament will be played as the best to prevent another seemingly endless battle. The men trade with and host the first 7. After that quarrel, and the draws piled up, both men felt psychological pressure. Were decisive. After game 2, the match was so hot. Then, in game 16, and what some would call Swarov's match. It was a Sicilian pulse. The first 10 moves of the game were identical to those from game 1. Was the first to beat him. 34 moves later, Karpov was forced to sacrifice his moves. Kasparov took the lead. The 1985 World Chess Championship came down to the last game. It was a must-win for Karpov. Karpov resigned on move 42. Kasparov would defend his title 3 more times against Karpov. Once in 1987, and again in 1990. Both matches were incredibly close, with Kasparov narrowly winning.
I was 15 years old when Karpov and Kasparov played their first World Championship match. And I was 21 years old, and they had still not finished playing each other. They had one of these remarkable rivalries, and by matches which walked the lengths of modern matches.
Growing up and watching
Okay, Dean came back to the table at least, and
everything that he was.
Well, like even this thing is just lead.
you can find one for me. A coaster.
Oh, good. It's not quite chess lead, but
All right, thanks.
In 1993, Nigel Short won the candidates tournament. What is your position?
Okay.
no, I've played them before.
Who? Short?
I'm not short. Yeah. When I was like 12 years old, 13 years old, I played him in a tournament in Spain,
Wow.
and then of course I lost pretty badly, but it was a good experience. It was in like the first round of a rapid tournament, and he whipped my ass. So it must have been like a long time ago now.
He must have been quite a bit stronger than you.
Oh yeah. He's a yeah.
I was considered short, like one of the, like, considering how famous he is, he's like one of like the weaker grandmaster
He is.
celebrities. You know.
He is. I'm not sure if he still plays because I just checked the top 100 players and he wasn't ranked. So like maybe he's not like not active, or he's just like so low now that I think I'll check.
I just remember when he played Kasparov, he had like no chance. Those games were like not close at all. Kasparov was like way more talented than him.
He could be inactive. Oh no, he's 25-94, so it's still like for a GM it's strong, but it's not like a top 100 anymore.
It's slightly above average GM.
Yeah.
But he's not making anyone's top 10 list of like, you know, grandmasters of all time. Gary spells his name with 2 R's. It's kind of interesting.
Is Gary short for anything, or is it just Gary? It's like 2 R's. It's like a longer Russian name. Just
in the 14th century, the Western Schism resulted in 2 different men claiming to be the true pope. The rise of different plots in association
Ali.
in the 1960s resulted in the use of the term
Okay, at least you're sitting at the table now.
determined the true plots of chess. By the 1990s, the chess world would experience its own power struggle. Kasparov was declared the PCA World Champ again in 1995. In 1996 and 1998, Anatoly Karpov beat Count Constant and Viswanathan Anand, respectively, for the FIDE title. FIDE actually tried to unify the rival titles by breaking with tradition and proposing a new knockout style format that had been used in lower level matches. The plan was to see FIDE champion.
Okay, well, Dane's got half an hour to think, so which is an eternity.
in this competition, it's definitely a long time. So like fewer than 10 pieces remaining. It's like very, or like 10 ish. It's very, yes, it's very simple now.
They probably had a chat in the bathroom or something.
Yeah, a pep talk. Just like focus. But yeah, I think the thing is very easy. Just go rook a4, b4, a4, b4. I'm not sure what else he needs to do. Or king g1, g2, g1, g2.
Okay, he finally moved. Oh, he moved his king back. Why would he do that?
He's going to keep shuffling again to g1, g2.
Well, why not shuffle the rook? Is it better to?
That's
Isn't
a good
it?
question. Yeah.
I mean, I just would want the king further up. Maybe it doesn't matter.
I wonder why I chose king. Was he afraid of g4? Because now they should think back to g2.
Oh, he must be doing something because he
I
doesn't
wonder,
want.
actually, if you go back one move, like
Oh,
if you go to the analysis board, like if we go with b4, it's still even evaluation. Instead, if you like,
Where's
if
rook
you just like
b4?
rook b4,
Oh,
It's,
rook
it's
b4.
still even after g4.
Yeah, slightly worse.
Rising Indian star Viswanathan
Oops.
Anand earned the FIDE world title after beating Alexei Shirov.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. I guess it's the same idea, just shuffling.
But
I suppose
maybe he wants to create a space for the bishop.
Now if you get g4, I mean, like I thought white could always go over here anyway, but I guess over here. Yeah, it's like black can't really progress. As long as black doesn't get it past h pawn, we should be okay. We being like us and Ding.
In the FIDE championship in 2004, Rustam Kasimdzhanov beat Michael Adams. FIDE eventually abandoned the single elimination format. In 2005, the governing organization decided to use normal time controls, returning the matches to a much slower pace. 8 top players were named in a double round
It
robin.
feels like chess hasn't been interesting since Bobby Fischer retired. Like truly interesting, you know. Like the guy could actually like win almost every game he played.
Yeah, he was a beast. I always wondered, like, him versus Carlson, like, who would be the if Fisher was also still like alive, younger, motivated, and had also access to computers and I thought, like, just like who would win.
He would never. I mean, just he wouldn't want to do that. It's too difficult a personality to use a computer to learn.
Yeah.
And the match reverted to being based on
And he accused Kasparov and Karpov of faking their games, which I think is like paranoia, you know.
At the highest level.
Well, I just think that I just felt he was kind of jealous of because he was no longer playing or something like that. For him to disparage Karpov and Kasparov like that by saying that they fake their games is shows
Pretty
some
uncalled for, yeah.
some level of paranoia and just like ego, you know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Fisher. Yeah, like the ultimate chess tournament would be like Fisher, Kasparov, Karpov, who else? And then like Carlson, maybe this one of Anand as well. Like,
Well,
and all the Murphy's like Casablanca, like all the classics in one event. Just like
Hold on.
really
It
trained.
actually is possible for these people to play each other from different eras because we have access to their games. We can create like an AI for each
Sure,
player.
we train a
So we
AI
can
model
do
from their games. So
Capablanca versus Carlsen, see what happens.
that'd be interesting.
first grandmaster at age 8. Anand has been one of the most well-regarded figures in the chess world for 2 decades, earning the respect of chess rivals. and chess
Anand's still really, really good. It's amazing. He's like,
I think he's still top 20. Still very, very relevant.
World champions. We're the only world champion.
Anand.
Who won world champion title.
Oh wait, where is he?
Every single format, with every single.
Yeah,
time
he's like
also,
number 10.
every single
yeah, that's
system.
incredible
Still
given
very
his
relevant,
age.
yeah.
Matches,
Given that he was-
knockouts, and
He's old enough to be one of my computer science professors in college.
memory.
Sure.
Never complain.
He won his
Like I
first
see.
world
Gosh.
champion title in 2000 in a 100-player single elimination tournament in New Delhi, India, and Tehran. Backed by home crowd support, Anand moved to the early rounds with little trouble. His momentum stalled in the quarterfinals with a streak of draws, but it was enough to keep advancing. The final match pitted Anand against Alexei Shirov. Anand won the comeback title, going undefeated in the tournament with 8 wins and 12 draws. The win made Anand the first world champion from Asia and the first world champion from outside the former Soviet Union since Bobby Fischer. Anand received a
Anand became the world champion in 2000. That's a long time ago.
Talk about the in chess and what he represents to the game becoming truly global is hard to put into words.
It seems like Gukesh is the youngest player in the top 100 in the world.
Top 100?
Yeah, he's the youngest. He's like
18?
18. Yeah. He's the youngest out of everyone in the 100. Like, I thought there'd be someone else, like maybe in the low 80s, 90s, that could be younger, but no, he's still the youngest in the top 100 players. It's crazy. And he's ranked currently number 4 in the world by rating. Or 5.
In a double round
5.
robin tournament.
If you win the world title, you should be able to say, I am the world chess champion and finish us. So when I won
We can't do the
world
live
title
stream
in
tomorrow
2007,
because of they have karaoke on Fridays, so
it didn't really
Oh.
we'd be sharing the
Oh,
chess
yeah.
live stream with
It wouldn't be
karaoke.
very,
That would
very
not be good.
appropriate.
And I felt one big weight off my shoulders. This feeling that I had to explain my title had almost disappeared.
In 2008, Anand again defeated Vladimir Kramnik in a best-of-12 match. Then in 2010, he narrowly defeated Vesna Kulov. 3 wins, 2 losses, and 7 draws. The 2010 World Chess Championship was not only a testament to Anand's fortitude, but also to his stellar reputation. Anand's flight to the championship game in Sofia, Bulgaria was originally cancelled due to a volcanic eruption in Iceland. When the Bulgarian organizers refused to delay the games, Anand traveled 40 hours by car to get there. And if that wasn't a rough start, Anand lost the first game to Kalba in just 30 moves. But the reigning champ didn't back down. After 11 games, the score was tied, 5.5 to 5.5. Anand signaled his willingness to accept a draw in game 12. Pawel didn't want to take his chances against Anand in a forced rapid play, given Anand's reputation as a formidable rapid player. But Pawel couldn't convert the game to a win. Anand retained his world champion title by 1 point. After the tournament, Anand revealed that former rivals Gary Kasparov, Vladimir Kramnik, and even Magnus Carlsen helped him prepare for the 2010 World Chess Championship. Anand's regard as a good sportsman.
Oh, I remember he played that subpar guy, subpar challenger. That was his.
For U.S. President Barack Obama.
What country was that guy from? Like Poland or something? Or remember that Anand played that like kind of like older guy with glasses, fat guy.
Fat guy? This, this
Yeah,
guy.
Gelfand. Yeah.
Is he also Russian?
With where we are now,
remember
He
what
looks Russian. His name sounds Russian. Or it could be Ukrainian. Is he Ukrainian?
It's absolutely mind-blowing.
I just remember that guy wasn't really up to par. Israeli.
Now we're talking about
Yeah.
many of the world's best chess players being Indian.
Plus, growing up, they dreamt of becoming.
And then finally, when he played Carlsen, I was like, okay, he's finally playing someone good.
What that involved. But when I finally
One of those gymnasts from the 2000 Olympics, she became an actress later
I
on.
could then realize
In China.
In 2000, no, Hong Kong
there was
TVB.
some- I had
She
to-
became a contracted actress.
Is she quite famous now in Hong Kong?
I don't think so.
It's quite a big shift in the career, isn't it? Because like, I imagine most Olympians would become like coaches, I guess, or something after they finish.
Nothing terribly interesting happens to them afterwards. Like sports is not that
Has been the world chess champion
it's not that glamorous actually. So
born in 1990.
she
Become one of the best players of the game.
well she was already 89, 90. She was already 30 years old when she became an actress, so that's kind of old.
Known as a chess prodigy. He was just
And it doesn't look like she
motivated by the lure of
filmography. Okay.
He was
Seems like she acted in just a few movies.
older sister Ashley.
Far From Home TV series. Okay, so she did some work. That's good.
Sue Carlson was playing against himself, reading chess books, and being coached
Yeah.
by the top players in the world. By the age of 13, he was a grandmaster. By the age of 17, he was the Norwegian chess champion. And by the age of 18, he surpassed 2,800 rings. The Washington Post studied him. The
Carlson was so good that he became bored with chess.
After years of
Yeah, it's crazy.
and earning praise, Carlson finally got his chance.
But yeah, it's interesting now that the players this generation are more like business people because they're like live streams and
I feel like so many of the top players, apart from like maybe Caruana, like most of them have streams. Like even Cosmos has a stream. Like he streams his games sometimes. Like Nakamura, of course.
I think that guy, Gotham Chess guy, the IM,
Oh yeah,
that guy's
Levy,
the biggest businessman in chess. He wrote a nice book, and then now he has like a website that teaches you how to play.
Yeah, he seems to play very well.
World Championships website. The 2014
Yeah. For chess streaming, he seems to be the most successful, probably followed by Nakamura.
ranking global audience.
And also there were the Voltes twins or sisters as well. The chess.
Yeah, and then there's that Chinese girl from Toronto, this kind of Nemo or something.
Oh, this one, yeah.
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 She's a reporter at the World Championships, so she's kind of famous. But I mean, I feel like Nemo is more of a celebrity chess player than a serious chess player.
Yeah.
Like she's more into social media than she is. I don't think that she's striving to become like the women's world champion or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. It's hard to be it's hard to do social media and chess at the same time.
There are so many things that make.
No, being a nice looking girl is one of the keys to success on social media, I feel.
Especially in chess, where like it's very rare to get girls playing, let alone girls who are like it could be like relatively like appealing for social media as well. It's very rare for chess to get players.
The rapid playoff ending
Oh no,
to the
more and
world
more
chess
like good-looking girls are playing chess
Other respected
this past 10
Was that
years.
inspired from the Queen's Gambit, or you think it was just
No,
just
no,
out
it
of
was already
in fashion?
happening. We had one girl from Denmark visit here.
Since there was already a
I didn't
world
get to meet her. I was on a business
it
trip,
would be the
but
last time a rapid speed game would determine the title.
closest thing to a celebrity that I've had at my chess club. Yeah,
Was Italian-American
because she represented Denmark in the chess Olympiad.
Oh, right, I see.
was
Yeah.
1 million euros.
Who's the strongest player to ever come into the club nest?
Classical time control games.
Any IMs or GMs?
Raymond's GM. Yeah.
Oh, is he the kid from Taiwan? He's like the GM now.
He represents Taiwan, but he's not from Taiwan. He grew up in Australia and Shanghai. So
all the classical games ended
Raymond is a fairly new GM, and then got a couple 2400 players here. German kid. And no, maybe just him 2400. And someone from the US was here. He was 2300. Beat up on Federico.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I only saw that guy once.
Since its beginning, 1500 years ago, chess has reflected the people, the politics, and the world in which we
Yeah, I never strived to be a great player. I just wanted to design a 10 by 10 variant to try to
Spice it up.
expand the game so that we would have more decisive results. I don't like how there's too many draws.
If it were 10 by 10, like, would you like invent a new piece for the back rank? Because I guess there'd be 10 pawns. And it's like a rook, knight, and bishop.
The 10
King.
pawns are on the third rank,
Oh, I see.
and the pieces are on the back rank, and then there's 2 knights on the second rank. Does that make sense? So that when the knight jumps out, it's still ahead of the
it's like
pawns, right?
Would
That's
there be
more
like a new piece? Because like if there's 10 by 10, right? You need like two new pieces of back rank to make.
Sorry. Next to the knight, we have a guard, which moves like a king. That guard is there to guard the 3 pawns in front of it. Unfortunately, that blocks the fianchetto square for the bishop. And then on the back rank, you have oh wait, hold on, sorry, let's change this. This is self-help video.
And this has led me to meet my now wife.
Okay. All right, what should we watch?
They're still playing moves. It's my concern is that but they get time back per move. They get 30 seconds back per move, so they can just keep playing.
Go back to the Olympics 2000. Sydney Olympics opening ceremony.
Who are the most regular club members? Is this? It's the club. And choose this.
I don't know. Recently, not too many people have been showing up.
Because like I was there before, and then I took a break because I'd work and stuff. And then like, last time there was like Jeremy, and then there was
Jeremy hasn't been
Federico.
coming. He hasn't come in months. I don't know. He's busy with his business.
And who else?
Federico. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's look at this. Okay, so that pawn did come down. Okay. Oh, why did he do that? Oh, okay.
Forcing an exchange. One for your pawns to win. But if Black can get both of the pawns, probably. Or if I can get like all the pawns off. Now it's like not even negative 0.1. Now it's like dead 0-0. Like the
Yeah.
eval bar. I don't know, like rook check,
Hmm.
f5.
Okay, you have a move.
Can white play f4 check and then rook c6?
Rook c6. Oh. If he goes check, then the king. Where does the king go? f6 or
It has to go to
h6?
a6, I think. He's taking a case, playing safe. With a few pawns on the board, it should be a draw.
Yeah.
I suspect h takes it. They're going to avoid
Yeah, he
checks.
doesn't want an h file pawn that leads to a draw.
Maybe just,
Early on in my chess career, I didn't know that the H or A file pawn leads to a draw. I was like, how come this doesn't work? And I'm like, oh, chess is a freaking ripoff. Like, you can't win when you have a pawn in that file.
it's hard to win sometimes.
It's impossible to
Sometimes a
win.
pawn up, it's not even enough. Yeah, I think you're right. Some ways, like there are too many draws in chess. I think if they were to introduce like more chess 960 or like Fisher random chess,
No, that just changes the opening. It doesn't reduce the number of draws. Like, I actually want to reduce the number of draws from a set position. I don't like randomized openings because I actually enjoy set chess, like French defense or like, I like opening systems. I think that's good for chess.
Oh, yeah.
But I just think that like we are not utilizing the talents of our best players because like we're limited to 64 squares in these pieces, like I would like to see our top players play on like 100 squares with more pieces, but the problem is no one can agree on like what a proper expansion of chess is, like we got like hundreds of different versions of expanded chess, and then people just what happens is someone creates something and then people go, well, that's not chess, it's a different game, so like we're like set in tradition too, like we can't progress because of our tradition.
Makes sense. In your 10 by chess game, can you castle?
Yeah.
You
You have to move
It's a
3
long way.
squares rather than 2
It's a long way away
squares.
to castle.
So there's 3 new pieces. You have your guard, a duke, which a guard moves like a king. A duke moves like a queen up to 2 squares, so 1 or 2 squares, no jumping. Okay, and then you have archer, which is like a long knight. So like let's say that you have an archer here, it goes here or here, so it stays in the same color. So it's like a long knight, or it moves 1 diagonal. So you have like a long knight, but then it's like the bishop where it's stuck on its color. And I wanted to set up some rules where like if you go to the last 3 ranks, a guard becomes a duke when it goes in or out of the opponent's last 3 ranks, and if a duke goes in or out of the last 3 ranks, it becomes a queen. But it's not that easy to get there actually, and then the game will be more like
the board's so big,
shogi.
it's got a long way to go, isn't it?
Yeah. And also like when you have like, okay, so it's actually 26 pieces. Yeah, it's 26 pieces. 10, 20, 24, no. 10, 20. Yeah, 24 pieces on both sides. So when you have 24 pieces as opposed to 16, what ends up happening is like you start exchanging pieces and like having conflict before you've developed all of your pieces. So like what ends up happening is like you have an exchange of pieces, and then the players go back and they start moving the rest of their pieces, and it seems kind of like we don't really understand. When I play tested it, I just felt like the flow of it like was kind of strange like that. Like people didn't really understand how to play it. But one thing that's good about having more pieces is if you drop a piece, it's not the end of the world. You still have like a chance, So, and like one of my friends said, like if the top GMs play this game, like they will not draw most of the time. Like there will usually be a decisive result because there's so much to it. It was like way more epic.
Activity you can make.
Yeah, and it definitely supports attacking players, right? Like when the smaller the board is, and less fewer pieces there are, like defense is more applicable, I feel.
Yeah, I think so. You should like make a board and bring it to Tuesday nights, and then people can try it.
No, I've tried it here before, but people stop playing after a while because they just want to focus on regular
Or regular
chess. You know.
chess.
It takes longer to play the 10x10 chess. Also, it's like, you know.
Yeah. Probably you need like more time on the clock too. Some more moves to make. Yeah. I think now like one issue that I think is like the openings are so well memorized by the highest players, so deep that it's hard to be creative. And like
Yeah. I mean,
in some ways it takes out the fun a little bit. Like,
chess
'cause, like,
960 is.
I like tournaments. Like the person that simply memorizes more moves at the beginning will get the early advantage usually. And it's just like it's one of the things I find a bit frustrating because it's not skill; it's just memorizing.
Well, yeah, but you know,
Something.
Bobby Fischer claimed that his chess 960 allowed chess to continue, but I just feel like it doesn't really continue the evolution of chess. It just sort of like takes opening book out of it. It's not really something new because it's still the same board, the same pieces, right? And people end up not liking it in the long run because like you're not putting the pieces on the right squares, right? You're putting them on the wrong squares and then forcing people to like put them back on the right squares. Have you ever played it like that where you just like start rearranging things back to where you
Trying to rearrange it.
yeah.
Some yeah.
It's like you start a game and you have like a bishop in the corner and you're just like, that's not good. Or if you have a knight in this, it's like who wants to play like a game of chess like that? Whereas like regular chess is beautiful because everything's where it's supposed to be. You know? So,
Yeah, I suppose. What's your opinion on like Chinese chess? Is it
It's-
a good game or is it
it's
inferior?
I don't think it's as good as chess. It's older. The design is more archaic, you know, and I think the complexity of Chinese chess is a little bit low at the end of the game because the king is stuck in the palace in the center of the board, whereas like the king can go all over the board, which makes end games in chess far more interesting, right? Chinese chess is more semi-open because it's got 90 intersection points as opposed to 64 squares, and there's more space to move around, but that doesn't necessarily make it a better game. It just gives it an initial advantage of more space.
Yeah.
So I don't think too much about Chinese chess or shogi because like to me those are the three main branches of chess are chess, Chinese chess, and shogi, right? But when we talk about chess, I just want something with the same DNA of this game, but more, you know.
I see. Yeah.
Chinese chess has a canon, for example. That's not something that you can put into Western chess and expect that to work because eventually there's no pieces on the board. So, okay, we're still moving. There was a check. Okay, so
I feel like Black can't make any more progress.
they should just give up.
They might end up repeating moves soon, to be honest. What's it been able to consolidate quite a bit? Just play Rook F4.
They really like horses in Australia, don't they?
Oh yeah, they do. Like the cowboy style, I suppose.
Australia has a cowboy culture.
Actually, that's more like the US, isn't it? Yeah. But I feel like the outback in Australia, it feels a bit more. Like they would appreciate horses more in Australia with all their space.
So you think you can make it next Tuesday?
Tuesday, I've got to see again. So yeah, likely I can make it.
Okay.
Very likely.
I think watching video from a long time ago, but within your lifetime, is a little bit depressing because you realize how long ago it was, and you're just like, oh, I've lost my youth.
Yes.
I kind of felt that way also at that time when I would like look back at the 80s and stuff. I felt like I was very far away from that period of time too, but not realizing that I would be far away from the current period of time also.
Yeah. It's always like bittersweet to look back on things, old videos, to reminisce.
Well, I mean, because we watched the 2012 London Olympics, and I thought that was a little bit closer
That's
to
that's like relatively recent. So,
you know, and that was kind of fun. I felt, but like watching 2000 or 1996 is just like a really long time ago. So, and I still haven't watched the 2008 Beijing opening ceremony completely, but that's like probably the most impressive one of all time. Still,
the one like was it one of this year or last year? The one in Paris. I guess earlier this year was
the opening ceremony.
yeah, it was a bit different, wasn't it? It was a bit of a strange one. It was like performed through the city and then moving around more live.
Oh, I don't know. I've never actually watched it before.
Yeah, it seems like today the TV is more interesting than the chess game because the game is such a dead draw. There's not much to look at. I can't see how that can make any progress. Bishop d5. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, I imagine that Gukesh wants to advance his last pawn. His
I think you're
F
forced to
file.
that. Yeah. I think that they play until there are no pieces left, until they get to a position where they must repeat. But then
This doesn't look like a repeatable position though.
well, yeah,
They can always avoid a threefold repetition easily here. There's not much tension in the position.
it's true, very true. We should. One mistake would be to move the bishop of the long diagonal. If you allow black to go bishop d5, then it can be a risk of losing. But as long as you keep the bishop on this like long diagonal, you'll be okay. Bishop f c6, bishop a8, c6, b7. Keep on that file, then you're okay. Like, as soon as you go here, like for example, if you go here as white, you pretty might be losing now. Okay, still draw, but like if you have this, then it's pretty scary, isn't it? Rip that check.
Right.
But even then, it's still like much draw, which is kind of hard to believe. Pretty unbelievable. But to be really safe, just keep it there.
Oh, you're saying this white bishop
Yeah,
needs to
yeah,
stay on
keep
this
it.
diagonal.
I feel like, but then even then, it said it's still a draw, which is weird.
No, you can still wiggle your way out of it.
Okay. But I'm quite surprised thinking for so long though, because like I wouldn't think there's so much to think about. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm surprised he's a thing so much. I guess he's just being extremely careful not to make any blunders.
Did he move? Oh, he moved.
He moved. Oh, he moved. Okay, fine.
Okay, another waiting move. But yeah, 2012 was a good time. You know, Daniel Craig was 007. The Queen was well. It was a fun opening ceremony, and the Spice Girls performed.
Oh yeah. It's me as well, but I kind of regret it because then I was in college in the UK in London, but I didn't go to see any of the games. Big like regrets. Probably won't get the chance again.
This is pre 9/11 actually. Oh, 2000. Like 9/11 happened like a year later. Okay. We have a move. Rook to b2. So now that bishop needs to move.
I guess just simple bishop c6. Nothing happening for black.
Yeah, I would just go back there. Going there would be kind of.
It seems like a bit
not
more
maneuverable. Yeah.
I think again spending more time than I would expect, but I guess just being extraordinarily careful because this is the last game and then it's the playoffs. One mistake and then he loses the World Championships.
It requires so much discipline that you can't like.
Oh yeah, in fact, that's the live board on there, right? They made quite a few moves since the. Wait, what? Is this right? Is that the live board?
Yeah.
So like, it's quite a big delay, no? Somewhere is it?
I can't. No.
Or is this the live board and that's their analysis? Oh wait, never mind. It's not now.
What is this? Aboriginals in Australia?
Aboriginal style.
Whereas, like, if you look at something from like the 70s or 80s, it's kind of like vintage. You know, that's kind of cool. But like looking at something that from 20 years ago is a little bit depressing. I feel like it's like exactly in that period of time where you're not quite interested in it. It's not old enough to be vintage, but yet it's like pretty old, making you feel like you've lost your youth or something.
Yeah, it's kind of true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally relates.
Well, the Olympics are coming back to my hometown in 28, LA.
Oh, LA.
So I was a kid in '84, and I went to go see a few games. I think like women's basketball and a soccer match. So I'm thinking,
you
should I
can
go
go sit
back?
back again. You can go see it again.
Yeah, but I don't know what I want to see, or it just seems like
I feel me, like, I don't know.
well, maybe I want to see gymnastics because I've kind of like developed a taste for that. And
I feel like for me, like anything more fast paced, like badminton's quite interesting. It's really fast.
yeah, badminton's not bad. I think women's soccer I think is interesting. Women's soccer, maybe women's gymnastics. I'd watch.
Women's soccer, interesting. Interesting. So you played bishop a8, which is a move which you didn't like for
Mm.
obvious reasons, but I guess it just shows that black really has nothing to do. Like, black can't really progress.
Only advantage of bishop to a8 is that you can't attack it that easily.
Bishop t2. I don't know. We had a rook. Was this the line board? Yeah, we had a rook f4, rook b2, rook f2.
Going for a rook
Wait.
exchange.
What does it say? The engine. That's really strange. It says like hashtag -30. What does that mean?
Wait a minute.
He blundered. He blundered. No way. No way. No way. He's lost. He's lost. He's lost. No way.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Nah, he blundered. He blundered. Holy crap.
Dean
Blundered.
blundered.
Yeah, he's lost the game. Oh my god, because bishop d5 and then it forces the rook exchange. And there's a forced mate in 30 moves. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then I think Gukesh has seen it too.
Because Gukesh looks stressed out.
Yeah, he's seen it. He's seen it. Like,
Oh,
like,
okay. And
it-
Dean
it
looks
almost like-
nervous.
It almost looks like he's gonna throw up. Holy crap. He looks so nervous. He sees it too. He realizes that he's won the match.
Okay.
Because oh, of course you say
Wait,
right?
hold on.
Oh,
Wait. Let's look at what led up to this. Okay, so he moves
No
the rook
way.
there.
game over. Because you can get bishop d5, force the bishops off, and then you lose. I think.
What? Rook takes rook?
Yeah, I think rook takes rook, king takes, and then bishop d5. You force the exchange of the bishops. Then it's a 2-1 pawn ending, which probably is going to be a win for black. Bishop d5 though. And I think Gukesh has seen it. And he's very nervous because he's seen it. And he believes stays one.
Wait a minute. Oh, he has to take it because
Yeah.
he's stuck in the corner. That's
Yeah,
why I
sure.
told him not to move it there.
And now he's lost. You go king there. King e5.
He's got the what do they call it? Opposition.
He's lost. He's lost. Oh my god. What? What a blunder. What a blunder. Oh no. Ding Iran. How could you lose this game? That was a dead draw. Oh, that's so painful to watch. That's so painful. No.
Oh no, that you can't do that. See, I'm moving the pieces. You can't
Let's
do.
go around. Let's go around.
Okay, what?
Yeah, king d3. Yeah.
King d3
Yeah.
here.
Chase king around. Yeah. King crosses. Chase. No way. Ding Iran. It was a dead draw.
Wait, so you're saying
I was
he
like,
needed to keep the pieces on the board?
Yeah. You just get rook back. Rook a4 again. It's a draw.
Well, is it okay to? It's okay to exchange the rooks. It's not okay to exchange the
You have to pick the rooks, yeah.
the bishops.
And it's because, like you said, the bishop was there. It's a draw.
So if it's here,
It's a
then
draw.
it's not a draw.
It's
It's not a
draw,
win.
yeah.
Then he can just move his bishop
Yeah.
away.
No way. That's crazy. Oh my god. Gukesh looks so nervous. Like he's gonna throw up. Oh. He realizes, doesn't he, that he's won. He's like trying to hide a smile.
No, he's nervous because he doesn't want to. Oh my God, Dean is not happy. This is really sad to blow the entire match like that.
That is depressing, isn't it? Like it was a dead draw. He might even resign.
Well, I guess we had to show up tonight, otherwise, because there's nothing's gonna happen tomorrow.
He might just resign her.
Yeah. Oh, this is really sad. I feel bad for him. And we weren't even paying attention. We just thought it was a draw.
We just felt like it wasn't that. So Gukesh is like super happy. He knows he's won. That's why you should play on like.
Oh, it's over.
Resign.
It's over.
Holy crap!
Oh my goodness.
Gukesh is like overwhelmed with emotions, I suppose. Yeah.
We didn't want to see a win like that, but okay. I mean, yeah. Unbelievable.
That was not what I was expecting. Like I
Yeah.
was like resigned to the idea that it's going to be at playoffs tomorrow.
I thought we were just wasting our time sitting here.
It's almost like a gift. It's like I thought somebody of like Ding's caliber.
Did he just thank God by looking up?
I think so.
Yeah, well, he looks really happy.
That's like probably the biggest blunder in World Championship history. That's like
Because, and we were just talking about it, like, don't put your bishop in the corner. Oh, he's crying.
the youngest world champion ever, at just 18 years old. Or was it 19? 18, 19, I don't know. Very young.
18. Well, I mean, he made less mistakes. That's why he won. Dane made the final fatal mistake.
Yeah, that's what they said. The winner is the person to make the second to last mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought Dean played so well, like to win that game 12. Like that was like unbelievable. I thought he was going to win in rapids. You know,
Just like one
really,
blunder. That was a huge
really-
blunder. That was
really
a
wasn't-
huge blunder. It was a dead draw. Like that's what it like. Is it here? Is it
yeah.
the board? Oh, that's so. And Ding must have realized as soon as he played it. Like if you just do anything else, it's go right there.
No, just
Oh, yeah, you can't,
he should move his bishop first before anything.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, just
Just-
C6.
Why not?
Or even G2.
Why not?
I don't know why we can't move anymore. but it's
Why not go there? Yeah,
You kind of.
it's over. All right.
Oh
Yeah. Black just has the opposition. All right.
That is even if that. Yeah. I think you're right. If white has the opposition, it could be a draw. That is remarkable.
All right. Let that be a lesson, everyone. Be careful till the
Even-
end.
Yeah, that's what you always play on, right? Even if it's like a close to a draw, keep making moves. If someone like Ding Liren, like the world champion, can make a blunder, then anyone can make a blunder.
Double question mark.
Just any other move, yeah. Bishop G2, Bishop
No,
C6,
because
Rook
like this
A4.
bishop movement doesn't work unless the king goes there to protect it. He's giving Dean a chance to make a mistake. He probably got paranoid by moving the rook. He probably got paranoid because he thought like the the rook would threaten this, so he just wanted to move the rook out of the way first. I mean, he could have moved the rook literally anywhere. He could have just moved it right here, right, to f1, and it would have been fine.
Even Rook F1 is probably still a draw. If we can make them move it, but
He just can't move it here or here or
F3.
here. Like he can just like literally make any other move and it would be fine. Unreal. Wow.
That's probably the biggest blunder in World Championship history, because it's not like you got outplayed in the game. It was a dead draw the whole game.
No, I
pretty
mean
much.
I can understand why he made the blunder, because he didn't realize that there's a forced exchange of the bishops right afterwards. That's what. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with exchanging the rooks. It's just this move right afterwards. So I just thought he was getting a bit lazy by moving. It's like, why would you go there when you can just go there? Like, it just seems like when you can't afford to exchange bishops, why don't I just go there? Because he has to keep a piece that he could shuffle back and forth, right? So he's not forced to move his king, because that's how you can lose, right?
Yeah.
So
That is what a way to end the World Championship. Just one blunder. That's it. Yeah.
okay, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah. Let's finish it.
Okay,
Well,
thank
that
you,
was-
everyone.
that was fun.
We'll see you on Tuesday.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Wow.